I know you had a fantastic round this morning in your Pro-Am. What was it like to play with Elisa Healy and the girls from the Big Bash and also the AFLW?
Yeah, well, I got to meet the girls from the AFLW there at the end, but no, it was fantastic. I grew up a huge cricket fan, so and I just think it's the coolest thing that that women are on TV playing cricket. You know, I just think of myself as a little girl, and you know that I would have been glued to it because you know all my favourite cricketers were guys. You know, I remember. You know, I'm a cricket tragic, so there's lots of memories of watching cricket. So even to meet Mitch, Elisa's husband, Mitch Stark, was awesome too. And so we just took cricket all day, and then they took golf. So they're just as passionate about golf as I'm about cricket. So it's great. And you know, all three girls today were all great. You know, they all have the ability to play good golf if they get the time in their life to put some practice into it. But no, it was a really fun day.
Would you have been a big basher if you'd been exposed to it earlier?
Yeah, I don't know. I think still growing up in a country town, I would have had to play against the boys. But even Elisa was saying today that you know, even though there are girls teams, that a lot of them are still playing in boys teams because of the level that they play at. But yeah, I definitely think because it's more visible now, I think I would have pursued it more. And it wouldn't, I think when I was growing up, cricket was a boys sport, and I was allowed to play indoor cricket but not outdoor cricket.
Oh, is that right? That's very sad.
Karrie, Alice is known for hitting big sixes. Does her skills transfer to maybe with a golf club on the driving range?
Yeah, when she got warmed up, she started to crack a few. There was a couple of bunkers. I said, just hit it at that bunker, you can't get there. And then she hit it straight in the bunker. So, but yeah, no, I think everyone was a little nervous to start the day, and it was cold and not very nice. Once the sun came out, everyone started hitting it really good.
How do you feel about this week? I think you said before the Vic Open that having not played for so long and being a part-time player now, that you probably couldn't expect to be Karrie Webb of the past. Has that actually changed a bit? Because you did play pretty well at times.
Yeah. Oh, no, I think it's... I mean, like I said, I don't tee it up expecting not to be competitive. I won't be out here if I don't think I'm competitive. But, you know, obviously there's... playing and then there's playing tournament golf, and you know, just the little things that need to go into playing well for all 4 days. You know, I think that I'm quite capable of, but it's a bit more of a lottery than when I was thinking about it 365 days of the year. But yeah, no, certainly my game feels pretty good. I felt good on the golf course today. So, and I played well here 3 years ago. So, you know, I really hope that translates to a good week.
I'll just ask, I think this time last year you sat here and you were talking about that transition to being a part-time golfer. Benefit of hindsight, how did it go on the course and off the course?
It was great. I feel like last year was a really successful year because when I was talking to Elisa and the girls today, you know, and I was talking about playing part-time, you know, for me it was not, you know, the desire to still compete will always be there. I don't think I'll ever tire of that, but it's what goes into it for the whole year to play full-time. And when I was young, you know, people talk about, you know, I hear my mum saying, you know, oh, she sacrificed going to parties in high school because she wanted to focus on golf. Well, I never thought it was a sacrifice. I was doing what I wanted to do. Yeah, I missed out on the parties, but I'd much rather travel away and play golf. So that sort of thing for the first 15, 18 years of playing professionally, there was it wasn't a sacrifice. but then I was still committed to working hard and playing a full schedule, but I started to feel like a sacrifice. I felt like I was missing out on life, and it was all about golf. And I didn't like that I chose golf over someone's wedding or, just life stuff. And I can't play a full schedule and spend any length of time in Australia. And I started really wanting to do that too. So because I felt that way, it made me not really like golf that much. So, and I didn't ever want to feel that way about golf because it's been so great to me. Last year was successful in the fact that I got some love back for golf. I probably would have liked to have played a little bit better, but I didn't hate it at the end of the year, so that was successful. And I spent 4.5 months in Australia last year, which is more than double of any year for the past 23 years. So it was a good year.
Just ask what you did for most of that 4.5 months then?
I don't know. It went so fast. That's what everyone said. What have you been doing? And I was like, I don't know, but I'm busy. Well, I was at 4 of my 6 nieces and nephews' birthdays, so that was the most ever. I was just spending time in North Queensland. And I was actually home in North Queensland in August and September instead of December, January, February, when it's gross and rainy and hot and humid. So it was nice to be home at that time of the year, and I did a little bit of travel, played a little bit of golf, but just mostly enjoyed being home.
From a playing perspective, last Friday was awesome.
Yeah.
65, 7 under for those who didn't see it, the Vic Open. I'm writing off the weather thing on Saturday. That was fine.
Yeah, that's good. Let's not talk about that.
You're 65. How close was that to Karrie circa 2002?
It was pretty close. Not just because of the score I shot, but I thought clearly. I asked the right questions, for getting the information I needed from Darren, my caddy. And then I actually executed the shots that I said I was going to, and then I made some putts as well. So, I think for me it's not the physical part of it that I struggle with, it's the mental part of it. And that day, the game it wasn't an easy day. It was quite windy in the afternoon, but, the game just sort of came to me naturally. My mind was very quiet. And, my decision making was really good. And then because of that, I was able to execute what I needed to.
As the only...
And then on Saturday, it was not like that.
No, we're not talking about Saturday. As the only 5-time winner of this tournament, have you got a word about the Patricia Bridges Bowl and what it means to you before you go out and start tomorrow?
Yeah, well, obviously, when I was growing up, Patricia Bridges was president of the ALGU, and back then, to me, she was just an administrator. I didn't really understand the impact of what Patricia had fought for women's golf until I got older, and then you see past just someone being an administrator, and I got to know her better too. She was Mrs. Bridges when I was growing up, and then she allowed me to call her Patricia. So, and then we'd sit down and chat. And for her name to be on it, I think it is perfect because of what she stood for women's golf. And for me, the Australian Open is... we've played on some fantastic golf courses around Australia, and I've won on some of the best tracks in Australia, and I think that's why all of that summed up into a long answer is why I'm very honoured to have my name on that trophy 5 times, and hopefully would like to add it another time or 2.
Well, if we don't get 6th or 7th, would you like to see another Australian win this week?
Oh, definitely. Well, it was I'm trying to think. Minji had a chance last year, or she finished well, and then Sue had a chance the year before.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I'm always
And Hannah?
yeah. I'd rather see an Australian flag at the top of the leaderboard than any other flag. So
There we go. Any more questions, ladies and gentlemen?
Can I just ask one more? Just what's your year look like? What's your year look like on the tour? I think you played 8 events last year on LPGA. Have you got a figure in mind this year?
yeah, 8 to 10. Mainly the same events, maybe a couple of different ones. But yeah, it's sort of, it'll depend on how I play. It might be more if it's really good, but it won't be a full schedule.
Thank you very much, Karrie. Appreciate your time and
Yeah,
best of luck
cheers,
out here
guys.
for the week.
Thanks.